Gubernatorial candidate Jon Huntsman Jr. first announced a negative and then a positive test for COVID-19 over just the last few days. Because of that, we are looking into just how widespread incorrect COVID tests are in our state. ABC4's Nick McGurk live at the Health Department tonight with a look at what he's finding out. Nick.
Well, Glenn, we did ask the Health Department about this, and we're told false negative tests or even incorrect tests are pretty rare, and the Health Department spokesperson that I talked to today said they're not concerned about those. And so we wanted to know, how does something like this happen? So we did ask some questions about this. They say the only way that you'd get a false negative on your test is if your sample was somehow contaminated either during the testing or at the lab. Now, let's talk about a false positive. They're also very unlikely. The main reason you get a false positive is if your body is actually carrying a virus that is similar to COVID-19. Now, both of these, like I said, are pretty rare. Turns out neither of these scenarios happened with Jon Huntsman Jr. Now, when he got tested last week, the results did go to a lab, and because he'd been tested last month as well, someone at the lab, we're told, accidentally gave him his older negative test results from the first test.
If you have multiple test results in your file that's in our system, there's certainly the chance that when that human factor comes into play, that somebody could just read the result wrong and return an old result as opposed to the most recent result. But our understanding is that that's extraordinarily rare and it's not common at all.
We certainly wondered about it, given his public statements that he'd first tested negative and then positive within a couple of days this week. What happened is they threw out the second test, he got tested for a third time, and those results did come back positive. Live at the Health Department, I'm Nick McGurk.